Yo, what's up, guys? It's the motherfucking Hog coming at you from Hog Media. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm making this shit on Tuesday, so I actually really hope that you guys are listening to this on the weekend or something while you're in your backyard drinking beer and smoking fine meats or something, right? I want to go over something right now. Everyone's freaking out a little bit about the expansion of the mass surveillance state and the dash cams that they're going to be putting into cars come 2027. All the new cars that are going to be made. It's a federal mandate that they're going to be coming with surveillance equipment inside of it. So I want to dig into that some. So that bill specifically, it was called HR 3684. It is the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which was passed in 2021. And we are looking at section 24220 when we're talking about the car surveillance system. Now, I'll put this up on the screen a little bit and we'll go through it. The section is the Advanced Impaired Driving Technology. And so one of the first lines in it is, in 2019, there were 10,142 alcohol-impaired driving fatalities in the United States, involving drivers with a blood alcohol concentration level of 0.08 or higher. 68% of the crashes that resulted in those fatalities involved a driver with a blood alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or higher. So this section was clearly made to help combat drunk driving fatalities and DUI-involved crashes and all that, which, you know, fair. Everyone can kind of get behind that, but the criticism is, hey, this is a guise to just kind of impose invasive surveillance systems into everyone's car, which it kind of seems like it. And if you go down into how they plan on doing this, like what the actual goal is, they tell you. They're trying to create a system that will passively monitor the performance of a driver of a motor vehicle to accurately identify whether that driver may be impaired and prevent or limit motor vehicle operation if an impairment is detected. And you know, in layman's terms, it's a kill switch. They want to be able to look into your car, and if you're wasted or if they think you're wasted, you know, turn the car off and lock you out. Which, in theory, in a perfect world, sure. I mean, that's cool to, you know, if you're wasted, keep people off the road. That's good. But the overreach on this is the criticism. And not just the overreach. We'll get into that in a second. But let's give a hypothetical here. Say that you go out on a hike or something and you have a very unpleasant encounter with a big cat or a stray dog or a bear, you know, something that's going to tear your ass up. Say you manage to survive, you get back to your car, you get in, you're fucked up, right? You're injured, maybe you have a broken limb because something bit you, maybe your hand or arm or whatever's torn up. You know, pupils might be dilated, a whole smorgasbord of fucking shit that you're dealing with. Is the AI system going to be able to differentiate between you being impaired or under the influence of a substance and you just being heavily injured, right? Like, I don't know how good the system, the technology is going to be able to tell the difference between those two things. And we already have something like this out in the wild that's been used for quite a few years for the guys that drive the armored money trucks, like for Brinks or any other, you know, private contractor. I'm sure you guys know that these systems suck. They have a form of that. They have cameras in their cars that keep track of whether or not they're paying attention on the road. And say you're in traffic and, you know, you're looking at your side view mirror or something, or you're trying to merge, that fucking AI system is going to see your eyes leave the front position, the front facing position, and notify your boss going, hey, fucking write this motherfucker up. He's not paying attention. He's not looking at the road. And it just doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. AI in general is not quite there yet. Just across the board, it's starting to kind of get okay. But like, for example, if you're in the financial sector, right? If you're implementing AI into your software right now, how many of you guys know that shit doesn't work? How many of you guys have seen it input data that it's not supposed to, and just massively fuck something up. It's happening right now. It's it's not good enough for something like this. The more concerning thing about this that everyone's freaking out about is the mass surveillance state. So getting kind of into the meat and potatoes of the thing. It's going to be used to spy on you, plain and simple. What happens when this shit gets put into practice and, a year in, someone goes, hey, well, we already got the flock camera system. Just integrate both things, and we'll be able to take a look at whoever it is inside and outside the car. We already know that the police that have access to the flock cameras abuse that system. We have verified instances of police stalking their ex-girlfriends, of them tracking people that they just have problems with. The AI system that Flock uses has repeatedly misidentified people of committing crimes far away from where they were committed, and the cops have used that as evidence to scoop people up that had nothing to do with active investigations, and they were incarcerated. They've been put in county or holding for, however long. Even if it's just one day, that's too much. It's a terrible mistake. It's not good to get shanghaied off the street for something you didn't do, and it's a real issue, right? But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. This could end up just being a nothing burger. So when they implemented this, when this got voted in, right, the project was handed off to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. They're the guys that are supposed to be talking to the car manufacturers and figuring out, hey, can you make this work? What do you need? They're the guys that are in charge of this. Word is on the Reddit forums and, on the Pornhub comment section, which is where everyone should be getting their news, is that these guys have missed all their fucking deadlines. Which is, it's good for us, bad for them. There is a section in the bill that says, this is supposed to come to fruition in 3 years of it being voted in. Well, it got voted in 2021, and we're in 2026, right? They're supposed to be rolling it out next year, 2027. I don't think that's going to happen. There's a section in the bill, I think it's the same section, that says after 10 years of this being voted into law and it not having, successfully be put into action, this has to go back to committee. It has to be dissected and reviewed and looked at. Why wasn't this working? What were the hurdles we were facing? And yada yada. So there's a very good chance, because everyone knows government agencies are not great with deadlines or really anything in general, that this just kind of fizzles out and never sees the light of day, which, fingers crossed, that's what ends up happening. But you never know. So in the meantime, for those of you that are a little bit more proactive, you can call your congressman politely. Call your senator politely. Please, for the love of God. Don't tell them the hog sent you and you start cursing at them going, hey, fuck you, asshole, yada yada. Call them and tell them, hey, HR 3684, that section of the that implements the car cameras. Don't do that. Vote against it. Make a ruckus when you're in your congressional hearing. Just push back against it, because this shit's. I don't think anyone understands the implications of this. It's pretty bad. We don't want this, guys. We don't want this. So anyway, thanks for listening. I just wanted to yap about this for a little bit. Get down in the comments section, guys. Let me know what you think. Fuck, you know what? Put on your tinfoil hats. Crack open a beer and light up a cigarette and get wild down there. I want to hear your crazy as fuck conspiracy theories. Tell me what you think about the AI staring at your electromagnetic field and sending that off to the space gods to make an AI movie of you and Leonardo DiCaprio or something. I don't know. Get wild down there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye.